getting help from our coaches, and following the training challenges that we post weekly. Don't let this year pass you by. Instead, take this one action and start realizing your running goals. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side. Hey, if you're not looking to really improve your running and fitness this year, well, you can skip this. That's just fine. But if you are, that staying injury-free is crucial, and having something that keeps you accountable is key. You know that feeling when you look back and you haven't met your run goals and you don't know why or when you got sidetracked? Well, this year, you are not going to be that person. Imagine instead if you got started with an easy-to-follow program that gave you the tools and resources you needed to stay on track with your running goal. Well, we went ahead and made the Quick Start program and made it absolutely free for you to use. Are you plagued with injuries, or are you really need help with your running form? Well, the Quick Start has exercises for both. Are you actually looking to get stronger this year, or are you that new runner looking for that perfect place to start? Well, the videos tell you exactly what to do and require no additional equipment. All you need to do is click the link above or below this video where you'll be redirected to a page where you can enter your information real quick and we can send you access to your program. We'll even include as a bonus an invite to our private running training club group where thousands of runners are already in there posting workouts, getting help from our coaches, and following the training challenges that we post weekly. Don't let this year pass you by. Instead, take this one action and start realizing your running goals. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side. Hey, if you're not looking to really improve your running and fitness this year, well, you can skip this. That's just fine. But if you are, that staying injury-free is crucial, and having something that keeps you accountable is key. You know that feeling when you look back and you haven't met your run goals and you don't know why or when you got sidetracked? Well, this year, you are not going to be that person. Imagine instead if you got started with an easy-to-follow program that gave you the tools and resources you needed to stay on track with your running goal. Well, we went ahead and made the Quick Start program and made it absolutely free for you to use. Are you plagued with injuries, or are you really need help with your running form? Well, the Quick Start has exercises for both. Are you actually looking to get stronger this year, or are you that new runner looking for that perfect place to start? Well, the videos tell you exactly what to do and require no additional equipment. All you need to do is click the link above or below this video where you'll be redirected to a page where you can enter your information real quick and we can send you access to your program. We'll even include as a bonus an invite to our private running training club group where thousands of runners are already in there posting workouts, getting help from our coaches, and following the training challenges that we post weekly. Don't let this year pass you by. Instead, take this one action and start realizing your running goals. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side. Hey, if you're not looking to really improve your running and fitness this year, well, you can skip this. That's just fine. But if you are, that staying injury-free is crucial, and having something that keeps you accountable is key. You know that feeling when you look back and you haven't met your run goals and you don't know why or when you got sidetracked? Well, this year, you are not going to be that person. Imagine instead if you got started with an easy-to-follow program that gave you the tools and resources you needed to stay on track with your running.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back. He's waiting for me to start, but I didn't start.
He always starts. He's always like, hey, and jumps in that way. And I like to shine a little light on it. I like to ease it on things.
It is warm in here.
It is.
It is. I'm sorry. It was
sweating me out
freezing
today.
cold this morning, and I didn't have the right running clothes, and I was just wet and dark, and so I've been baking myself.
We had some rain.
Yeah.
It was like biblical level rain, like flash flood. I have never heard rain like that, especially here.
Oh, I was
Maybe
jumping
in other
through.
places.
There were puddles that were just. Psh, psh, psh.
It was just, I don't know how much came down, but you were in a building and just everything was thundering.
Yeah.
Nuts.
I realized that when it rains really hard, the two things that I really love doing become better, which is running.
Yeah.
I love running in the rain. As long as it's cold, it's not as much fun.
Yeah.
But running in the rain is like one of my favorite things. It's quieter outside. Everybody else is gone. It's just, I love it. And then playing guitar when it's raining outside is the best. You're just kind of like, I don't have to feel bad because I'm inside. It's crappy outside. I'm just going to sit and play music. So
Yeah. You know what I love running in the rain?
What's that?
Running outside and drinking bourbon on my couch. I really enjoy that too. Feels all warm and spicy.
What day is
good.
it today? It is the 16th. I am almost a month with no alcohol.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I'm lighter. I'm faster. I'm smarter.
Thinking quicker.
I'm thinking.
Smarter.
I don't know about that. Any of those things really.
All these qualities you want in a business wife. You can't ask for more. Oh.
I'm still doing the smoothie thing though.
The smoothies. Cheers.
It settled a little bit today.
I know it's been a little while since we've had a Craig's Crazy Kitchen segment, so we definitely have to bring.
We're bringing it back. I've been cooking like a beast over the last few weeks because you know what? It's raining outside. I'm not drinking. I got nothing to do, so I started cooking.
Here we go.
Yeah. So
we are twinning today. Elephant in the room.
Yeah. We did not plan
the
this.
same t-shirt.
We were gonna change it, and I was like,
that's fine.
I like this t-shirt.
I do too. The coordinated one. We did one of our one-off t-shirts.
Yeah.
You guys asked for t-shirts.
If you are
all the
listening
time.
and not seeing, we both have the same green Run Experience t-shirt on.
Yeah, that we did with the Run Territory. Super fun partnership. And today's topic, we want to talk about why your running isn't improving. And one of the big questions that I think about for myself and that I always ask the athletes I work with is your strategy not working, or is your strategy and approach just not fully working yet? Right? Do I continue down the path and the results will come? Or is this just a bad path to go and I need to go
Very fair.
another way? We do have our giveaway.
Yep.
We are giving away 2 of our flagship programs, a 30-day challenge.
Yep.
This is where we started. Everyone who is ride or die TRE has gone through it. It has made a significant change. And a lot of people, it's kind of crazy to think about it that way, but it really is. And it's such a great program, guys, for actually this time of year. Like, I want to reestablish new habits about how I think of myself as an athlete, where I don't just put my shoes on and just go out the door, but there's all this other athletic movement that I can add in.
Yep.
There's mobility work, there's technique. And we like to think that if you do this, these are things that, it's like teaching someone to fish.
Yep.
As opposed to giving them a fish.
And we are actually, so we're in the process of adding new stuff to that program. I actually went through every single video earlier this week because, as you guys might know, we're working on a mobile app. So in order to put stuff over there, I'm going through all of our programs and all of our videos, finding whatever bugs are there, fixing stuff up, and it is amazing how good running instruction, good strength instruction, good mobility instruction, it is the same, right? The basics are there, the fundamentals are there, and that's what we built that program for. I was really happy to go through it and be like, I haven't done the 30-day challenge personally in a little while.
It's like, we haven't looked at it in a little bit, so it's like, what?
But it is great. It is a really good program, and it gives you a baseline for all of our other stuff. So if you have not, if you're in the training club and you've never thought of trying it out, now's a good time. You may not be in your half marathon mode right now. So it's a good basis, and you can always. What we like about it is that we didn't make it for a specific mileage type athlete. So it's really about the things outside of your running. So you can always add more mileage.
What it includes in there?
Burpees.
Yeah,
that's right.
Good segue for the Burpee challenge. We're in week 2. We've added 10 additional burpees.
I may have missed a couple days, but I have been doing burpees.
I think that's cool. I think that if you miss a couple days, you can always make up those burpees the next day.
That's wow. Okay, I don't know if I've been doing that.
Compounding
but that's a lot of.
It was a change. I think for me, the number that I chose has been a challenge,
Aggressive.
but I've been adjusting. Aggressive. Not to make this about me, but I started with 70 burpees. I'm on to 80 burpees a day for the week, and I want to finish at 100. I've done burpees for years. I do them a lot, and I wanted something that would push me. So that was the thing that I was a little afraid of myself, and I was like, okay, I think I can do this. I've been adding them into my runs. I was running on Monday around different parts of San Francisco. If you guys don't know, San Francisco right now is filthy.
Is it?
The sidewalks, I'm blind to it.
Is it all? It's always that way.
Yeah, it's always he's like it's always that way. But just in general, San Francisco is filthy. So I've been doing this run through the city, and a lot of times I go to the parks. It's a little cleaner.
You're getting your hands
and I was
up
doing
on the
this
ground.
urban run,
That's
and every
so good.
5 minutes I'm stopping to do burpees, and then I'm just like gross. I'm like this is filthy.
Yeah, we have problems here.
But what was an adjustment for me was the weekends.
Okay.
Because on Saturday last week, my wife and I and Nordog, we did a little day trip up to the snow.
Oh, right.
And then I got up early and drove, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, now I have to do burpees, and I'm trying to find like dry parking lots in the mountains to do burpees, and then we're snowshoeing, and I'm trying to get some burpees in there too. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, an adjustment, especially on the weekends.
70 burpees a day on the weekends is it's a lot.
It's not nothing.
Yeah.
We were watching some football games, so I was like, I'll do burpees
Okay.
during the commercials. And I got to my burpees really quick because there's a lot of commercials on the NFL, which is why that's the worst. So thank you, NFL, for making me fit.
Is it the worst that you're watching football on the weekend, or is it the worst that you have to do burpees?
Let's not worry about that. Let's get back to today's subject.
I don't think you have enough work to do.
Who's
Who's watching football on the weekends? Guys, so actually, I was gonna do the crazy kitchen segment.
Let's do the crazy
Do you want to do
kitchen.
that?
Let's get started with that.
Okay, cool. So before we dig too deep into it, I want to say hi to everybody's here. We were looking at all the people that have entered our contests over the last year and a half, and one name popped out at the top, which is Tanae.
Yeah,
Got our eye on you, and you won recently, right?
she did.
Fantastic.
And Elizabeth.
And Elizabeth and
Lizzie.
Tanae were actually at the top there. So I appreciate you guys signing every week, and all of you guys. It's only a matter of time before you win something, which is great.
Yeah.
Craig's Crazy Kitchen has been going a little crazier than usual.
Okay.
Because I came into the new year, lots of goals, and one of the things that I really knocked out of the park last year was cook at home more.
Yeah.
And I kind of just made this thing of like, my default is not that I go out to eat.
Right.
I actually, I had a very late training last night, and I grabbed a vegan hot dog, a vegan sausage on the way home, and one, I was surprised that I chose the vegan.
Yes.
And two, I was very surprised that I was really
Was it
very
good?
late. It was raining. It was great. I couldn't tell the difference, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean,
You don't know what's in hot dogs anyway.
It's
so
there's so much
probably-
stuff on there. It's like
Yeah.
mustard and onions. And all this
there
stuff.
we go.
And I was like, it's the same. And it was raining and it was cold and dark and I was very tired, and so I was like, you know what, I just don't want to worry about it. I'm gonna get something. And it was the first time that I really eaten outside of the house since this year started.
Wow.
And I
Okay.
was like, that I have successfully changed the default, which as a single person living in a big city is the default.
You think you would just order to-go food?
It's so easy
or
to
go
get
down
food.
the road. It's just so easy to get it.
But it's just inherently more unhealthy. I don't care how. And then I got to make a decision every day. What do I need to eat? What am I eating? Who are my choices? Well, the pepperoni pizza looks really
someone
good.
else dictate your portions and all the ingredients and the amount of spices. So what do we got?
First thing,
Whoa. Okay, I feel like I need to help you carry some of this here.
I
Wait, hey, look at this, guys.
I went to Whole Foods and they were having a sale on. Oh, you're looking at the wrong side there. You gotta flip it around.
Am I looking? Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I am. Here we go.
Whole Foods had a sale on Wild Planet tinned fish. Most of them are sardines. And I was like, well, which fish is the best fish? I don't know.
So you wanted to try a bunch of
I've
things.
always gone with this top one, and now I'm going through them one by one to
So
figure
we've
out if I
got-
like it anymore. Oh.
Interesting. So we've got wild sardines and marinara sauce.
Yep.
Skinless and boneless fillets and extra virgin olive oil.
Yes.
Wild sardines, extra virgin olive oil, lightly smoked. We have, just extra virgin olive oil, not smoked. We have water, and then we have with lemon, lightly smoked. Okay.
Yeah,
What are your favorite ones? How are the lightly smoked ones?
I haven't had them. So some of them I have not had, which is why they're still in the tin.
Yeah.
But Wild Planet is generally, for me, is the best type of
source.
sardine. I have
Go-to.
definitely had bad experiences on sardines. Wild Planet is sustainable. The fish are bigger. They're not overly fishy. They put good stuff in them.
I have to say, that's my biggest fear with sardines.
Yeah.
And I think I used to be afraid when I was
And
younger.
it's a legitimate
because they're
fear.
fishy and gross.
Tiny Tots, I got my eye on you. You suck. You will be burping up fish for the rest of the day.
Oh man,
It's really bad.
I remember
For you
taking
too.
fish oil and burping up fish oil. That's no fun.
And the main thing there is that I have been eating pescatarian for the last, I don't know, month or so.
Yeah.
And I probably spent like 6 months that way the last year. There's no big moral stance on it. In fact, right here, they had Wild Planet organic chicken. So I'm not like super stringent about it. But I think that the pilgrimage is only going in one direction. I think that eventually we're going to be plant-based, or at least eating less meat. It's the only thing that makes sense over the long term in my head.
I agree.
You guys have done meatless Mondays.
We've done more meatless Mondays. I think we're eating less meat in general, which is cool. I think the evolution for me with nutrition has been, it had to be meat at every meal. And then in our prime CrossFit days when paleo was coming up, then it's like, just
protein, right?
Bread is dumb and just eat a lot of protein.
Here's the thing. I've been eating probably over 100 grams of protein a day. I've recently been like, okay, I need to make sure I get protein in my diet, so I'm not just subtracting food out of my diet. Fish, not just a type of fish, but just fish in general is been. So I'll cook salmon in the evening sometimes, or some other type of fish, and then tinned fish are the two of the really good ways of getting it. I also have been using protein powder in my smoothies, so that has protein powder in it. I had kind of stopped doing that, and then after reading Mike Russo's book, the one thing I got from this is a nutritionist who's at Penn State professor. He's a good guy. I don't have his book with me right now, but it goes by research. I like his philosophy, but protein is satiating in a way that I had forgotten. Right? It's very discernible when I put protein in my smoothie how long it lasts me until I'm hungry again.
Interesting.
And so that's something I've been paying attention to.
That's really fun.
Meanwhile,
so what else we got in Craig's Crazy Future? I see some pickling happening.
That's
what do we got
right.
here?
On Sunday,
We got some fun mason jars.
I did a quick pickle.
Ooh.
This is red onions, vinegar,
look at
some
that.
cumin seeds. It's like in an hour it's ready. This is pesto.
Really?
People
pesto's
say
delicious.
Pesto with basil. Basil's harder to come by in the winter, even in California.
So what are you using there?
Arugula, can't tell the difference.
No kidding.
I mean, it's. I couldn't really. I mean, you can if you probably back
I've
to
definitely
back.
seen it with
But, like, this is great.
parsley as well and other green stuff or spinach. That's really good. I
I
like
did
arugula.
not-
Arugula's got a little bite to it.
Yeah, I mean, you can try it here.
Okay.
Take a dip.
And then just the same thing in terms of like olive oil, garlic.
The amount of cheese is significant. It's 6 ounces of cheese to like 2 cups of arugula.
Yeah, that's good.
Good, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the funnest things to do in this book, and I'll tell you where I got this idea from, is you just take a couple scoops of this and then a couple scoops of like whole yogurt.
Yeah.
Turn it up, and like it's a great dipping sauce. All of a sudden, you can do that with pretty much any of these things. This is coconut. Turmeric sauce.
Is this from Run Fast, Cook
Super
Fast,
easy.
Eat Slow?
You just cook an onion and then you add a bunch of spices and a can of coconut milk. You can.
Yeah.
The nice thing about living on my own is I don't care if somebody just dips in. You do this in my fridge anyhow, so like what a.
Without you weren't paying attention.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. That's really good.
Also good on veggies, and so I just wanted to. This is my proudest moment. And then we're gonna be done with Craig's.
Oh,
Crazy
there we
Kitchen.
go. This is that's got a little spicy kick to it on the back. I like it.
I put a little bit of
That's good.
a little spice in there. Look how many recipes I have conquered.
Yeah.
Out of this book, and you have to think I'm not really doing the dessert recipes, and I'm also not doing the meat recipes because I'm not really cooking that much meat. So I've knocked out a good part of this book.
That's cool.
I love it. It is. These are not complicated recipes. It's you kind of get the gist of how she cooks. Over.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
So, I mean, apropos to today's subject, one of the things that I always appreciate you is like you are constantly a student of something, and you will like dig in and try new things. I think we all get stuck into ruts, and we cook the same things. Our run workouts look the same. We warm up the same way.
Yep.
We tie our shoes the same way. We wear the same clothes, but constantly kind of stretching your limits a little bit and trying different things. I think that's awesome. And maybe you've done it so much that it doesn't feel like a stretch anymore. It feels comfortable.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm in a single rut, trying to dig my way out of that one.
Spending too much time with sardines. Not enough time with the other sex.
Seriously though, my friend Monica came over to my house last week and she's like, "Have you been cooking fish?" I'm like, "Oh no."
Light a candle.
Yeah. So after you're done with the tin, you gotta get out of the house.
There we go.
Yes.
So Gina asked, "What's your favorite recipe so far?"
Oh, of these?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so the recipe I cook all the time is the superfood stew. Or it's not stew, superfood soup. Here, I'll show it to you 1 second. It's dead simple. It's easy.
Tastes good.
Putting beets in my smoothies has been another one that, ever since I read that, I'm like, oh, obviously. But this superfood soup, it was one of the first things I cooked there, and it is the old reliable.
For slurping energy, we got carrots, celery, onion, sea salt, curry powder, sweet potato, coconut milk, diced tomatoes, so almost like a little curry-ish thing, chickpeas. Oh, yeah. That looks great.
It's great. I freeze, I'll make it. It makes 3 quarts plus that evening's meal. So I'll freeze 1 or 2 of the quarts, put 1 in the fridge. It's great.
Awesome. We do a lot of soups, especially right now.
The soups are great. I mean, I've had good luck. Oh, the new thing I tried that I have not brought out here, but is in my cabinet right now, is the cashew chai butter.
That's good. So while you're finding that, I want to just read out some of your guys' comments. You got it?
Yep, got it. The cat chai cashew butter. I don't know if you guys can see this.
There we go.
But it's basically just cashews with. It does have a little sugar in it, but it's great.
Yeah. I love that with a little bit of apple.
So, kudos to those guys.
Yeah. So Jonathan says, "Hey, I love my smoothies too. Parsley, collard greens, banana berries. They are so good." He said earlier, "I've been doing green smoothie a day for the month of January."
Ah, gotcha.
That's pretty cool.
Rachel, Craig, I thought maybe the girl doing the yoga videos was your girlfriend. Maria is awesome. She's also married to one of my best friends, Brandon Weber. I agree that now she is his wife, and she is amazing. But no, not my girlfriend.
Let me see here.
Do you guys do any heart rate training? You can dig into that one. We don't have to talk about it right now, but we'll talk about that.
Let's stay on a few of the nutrition things first.
For sure.
Before we stay. Yeah. Shayna says you can always add a basil essential oil if you want to add basil flavor to the arugula pesto.
That is a good tip.
Shayna, thank you.
I like that. Is it Shauna or Shayna?
I
think it's
a good
Shauna.
question. I don't know.
She'll
have to tell us. Tone says, I prefer fish than meat, but a good juicy steak in a while with a good IPA.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
I'm off both those trains for right now, but I will definitely return to them.
Definitely. I think it's super cool that you are doing that for sure. Gina said earlier about the little fishies. I'll eat them, but hard to get past chewing on the spinal cord.
Okay, I don't do the spinal cord thing. I know they're edible, whatever. When I mix them up, I just don't like the crunch of even if it's a soft bone. I open it up. I pull out the spine, I chuck it in the trash. It's probably why my trash, actually, now that I think about it. That's why my house is smelling like fish. But yes, I don't do that. And the nice thing about the ones from Wild Planet is that the fish are big enough where you can just pull it out. Takes 60 seconds at best.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Amazing. Shayna, Nate's right.
Oh. Well, fine.
1, 0.
Oh boy.
So
What's
good.
the name of the book from the nutritionist from Penn? I'll get it for you.
Oh, yeah, you go get that. GD came out, says, hey, definitely in a rut plus RE running strategies. Why don't you guys drop in the comments as we talk about it, if you don't mind sharing, what some of the things you feel like you're in a rut about, and we can address some of those topical issues.
I just realized that I gave it to a friend, but I will show you on this right here. Hold on.
Yeah, so while you're finding that, I'm asking these guys what some of the things they're in a rut about with their training.
Yep.
And we can let the conversation go in that direction as we share our thing.
Yep.
There we go. For me, over the last couple of years, I've been trying to shift what I emphasize and spend time on. The last couple of years has been a big build-up in my running again. But I've always been, the last couple of years especially, more of a gym-based, strength-based athlete.
Yep.
And I was finding that I was putting a ton of my energy in the gym, and then when I was running, my legs were always a little bit blown out.
Yep.
And last year, I wanted to reverse that a little bit, where I still stayed in the gym, maybe dropped a day to 2 days a week, and then just let my legs be a little bit fresher.
What's your breakup right now?
I'm in the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays, And then I will be running either 4 to 5 days a week on the outside.
That's almost exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing Wednesday, Friday, yeah.
And then halfway through, or maybe May of last year, I started to add 5 to 10 minute running sessions on my lifting days. So I got like a little taste. So I could say I was running 6 days in a row.
Okay, gotcha.
But the run was like a mile, not super far.
Yep.
And I feel like that's been a nice, consistent approach. I like the...
You've been doing track workouts, which is really definitely what spurred me. I was like, hey, I want to do a track workout.
Yeah, that's been new.
Yeah.
Some friends of mine, as you guys know, Mario Frioli, and another coach that we both hang out with and work with a lot, Mike Olzinski, who's on our Instagram live show as a frequent guest. Those guys are training for an 800 meter and a 1500 meter event in February. And what I love about these guys is their range. Right, Mario just ran a 2:27 marathon.
Yeah, that's
Mike
nuts.
has a 1:15 half right now. They are super fit.
A
1:15 half.
Oh, Jesus.
They both have run 50-miler races in the last year and a half, and then they've also been on the track for 15 miles. So what I love about training with them is that they're not beholden to any one thing. Right, they're not like ride or die trail or road marathon or other thing. Like, we get to shoot the breeze as coaches and have fun pushing each other a little bit and jumping into different things. And I love it because I'm like, I just love the exploration.
Yeah.
I don't need to specialize anymore.
Right.
Like, I'm kind of done with specializing. Like, I only do marathons and nothing else. Like, it's fun to do different things. So we did this workout where we ran 100 meter, 200, 300, 400. We did it twice.
Nice.
With like full recovery. Guys, I was so smoked from that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it was only 2K of work.
Gotcha.
But my slowest speed was a 70-second 400. So it was like the slowest I was running. So the 3, the 2, and the 1 were faster. Yeah. So like that's fast for me. You know, running like the slowest quality work was like a 4:30 something mile.
It's so funny. When I think about those times, I'm thinking like, okay, 70. But now when I think about I'm thinking about myself as like when I was in college. But I can't do. 70 quarters are hard.
It's hard, and I can only do one. And granted, this was a little off the couch. I'm coming off the holidays. I hadn't had that many run sessions back in, so I was like, woof. But what's amazing?
How often are you working out with them?
We usually run once a week.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we got a once a week thing.
Yeah.
What's amazing to me was going back to Eliud Kipchoge's world record.
Right.
Like he was averaging like
Under
73 second quarters or something or 72 because it's like a 4:35
right,
or 4:39.
Which is less than 70.
Oh man.
69. It's a 69 quarter. I was like, no, I need to run slower there.
Like sprinting to the max for 700 and I was dying. And this is this dude's speed for a marathon. Oh my god.
Cruising altitude.
Cruising altitude. So crazy. So we're getting some things come in here. Let's see what people have.
By the way, the book, I don't have his other book. I gave it to a friend. This is Smoothie Recipes by Mike. This is a much more palatable title. The name of the book that I had, it was called the Meta Shred Diet. I know of this nutritionist through a friend. He's very legit as a nutritionist. He partnered with Men's Health, so I feel like I need to give him a break on the title of the book because he didn't get to choose that. But he has a good podcast that I've been listening to.
Yeah.
Dr. Mike Roussel, Roussell, and you haven't dug into it, but I've been liking his stuff. I think he's solid in terms of his backing.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten Elizabeth's stamp of approval yet, which I'm waiting for. But yeah.
She's got to investigate before she goes in there.
Right.
So let's get into some training rut questions.
Let's do it.
So Kelly, who's one of our training club members, says, I'm in a bit of a rut. Got to get going because I'm signed up to do the Big Sur 21 miler in April, longest run ever. I was going to follow the marathon program, the race on the
put up the race on the 20-mile weekend. Yeah. That works.
I think that works really good. I think, Kelly, the consistency, the approach, sometimes when we're in a rut, there can be a conviction problem.
Yeah, so I'm actually curious, like, Kelly, what the rut that you are experiencing is that you don't feel like you're ready to do that race right now, or you feel like, man, that I'm not sure, I don't see my training going that direction. I really got to get on the bandwagon.
Yeah, or just like afraid of starting.
Yep.
You know, because there's always that excitement part. I mean, I remember my first marathon training cycle, like pretty vividly actually, and every weekend you would see that slightly longer long run, and it was just like, man, I'm running further than I ever have. And there's in the back of my head, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's just, there's always something there. But yeah, dude, buckle in. Like, we'd love to hear more, but, you know, jump in, stay consistent. I think the early miles and consistency is going to build you up.
Yeah, and you're so early right now. You're, I guess, April, January, February, March, April. I guess you are 4 months away. You probably have a little bit of leeway. In these early weeks, just focus on consistency of movement. I mean, like, you don't have to worry. Like, the workouts early on are great if you can get them done, but really what you need to do is build a habit and keep safe from a movement perspective, work on your mobility. The first month, you know, like, yes, it has to be done, but you're not going to win any races. You're not going to, but you can definitely lose a race by, like, going out too hard in your training. I mean, I quote, like, just in terms of kickstarting it, and I think it's not sustainable.
She has a little follow-up. She says, hey, I love to do CrossFit workouts. How many can I do per week while training for this race, which would be my longest?
What's your answer to that?
I have done both. I have trained for marathons where I've been in the gym, you know, 4 to 5 days a week and only running 2. But that at the time is what my body could handle. So I was supplementing my lack of run volume with a lot more cross-training. What I was just saying earlier, I've really flipped it around. I'm in the gym 2 days a week, and I'm really trying to let myself, because I feel like I'm strong enough. Like, my strength is not what's holding me back from running better. It's like, I just need to run more and improve there. So Kelly, I would say, you know, it depends on where you want to put your time and energy. I know with CrossFit communities, like, they're your people, you're excited. But at the same time, if you are just there because that's the safe place and that's just your always routine, you know, I would challenge yourself to maybe drop a CrossFit class and then pursue your running a little bit.
I think that you have to look at, I mean, when I think about it, I think of like, hey, strength training is really important for running. You know, we build it into all of our programs. But if you look at our programs, we haven't told you, like, it is important, but you don't see us telling you to do strength training 6 days a week, right? Like, it's important, but it's not the sport. And I think that similarly, you know, will CrossFit give you a good workout? Yes. So will Orange Theory. So will Barry's Bootcamp. I'm going to go a little bit too far. But, you know, you can get a good workout and a good sweating in a lot of different ways. But ultimately, if your goal is in one modality, whether it's biking or swimming or running or whatever it is, you do have to spend some time in that modality. And I would, you know, I think I would hesitate to promote anything that doesn't say, hey, if you're going to be running a race and that's your main goal, I'd say probably the majority of your efforts should be in that arena.
We want to do enough strength to support that and not going crazy. But
if you're in a spot where, like, you know, hey, like, my body can handle this much training and this much training, it is a very individualized thing.
I think that's good. Let me see here. There's another good question. Shayna says, hey, I just realized that not varying my running train enough may be part of the reason I'm not improving. I tend to stick to the old, reliable trail near my home.
Oh, this is my thing.
Yeah, you have the same route.
I have the same route. I've started to vary it on the weekends. I've started to vary it and go up. For me, it's just a mental groove. It's like when it's cold and raining and dark outside, I can do that thing backwards and not think about it.
I think one of the benefits of sticking with the route in that respect is that it's mentally easier to get out the door and get going. So that's a win, right? You've so habituated the run. It's not like this, you're exerting this choice.
Right.
So Shayna, what you could do on your route is vary your approach to it, right? Like, maybe you are going to do some fartlek work where you do some tempo. It could be, I'm going to run to that mailbox or that tree. Or it's like, you know what, I'm going to try this week, I'm going to run 3 minutes up tempo, 1 minute easy. Something that actually Mike and Elizabeth were talking on our live show on Monday morning was a lot of runners like to be in that medium hard intensity because it feels good, it feels productive. But it's the area that tends to lead to the most plateaus because it's not hard enough after a while to elicit real gains, but you're never going really easy enough to recover. So we without direction, we tend to default to the kind of hard.
That sounds really...
So
that sounds like me.
And we all get there, right? So take your run, Shayna, but then just say, look, I am going to vary my intensity with a little purpose on this, and I'm going to run way above my comfort level for short periods of time, and then I'm going to run way below what I'm used to doing, and I'm going to see a variety. You may finish the run with the same or similar average speed.
Right.
But the way you did the run is going to be very different.
That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah. Carla says, hello, everyone. A little late. Somebody catch me up. We're talking about why our running isn't improving, Carla, and how we can do a little better. For any of you guys jumping in, we are talking about habits, things that we've worked. I think one of the questions that's always interesting is, are you on a good path and you're just not seeing results because it's early and you need to be patient and persistent and keep going? Or are you hitting your head against the wall in the path you're on? You're never going to see improvements doing this way and you need to change.
Right.
Because it would almost be too easy to say, everyone just change and do something new.
Right. What's to say that you're not doing the right thing right now?
Totally.
Yeah.
Arjun says, I quit running because I wasn't improving. You know?
How long were you running and what type of running were you doing?
Yeah.
And did you do one of our programs?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Gina says, I find myself at a loss for what type of running to do when it's not a fartleks, negative split, or long run day.
Oh, it sounds like you need to take a couple just mileage easy days.
Yeah. I think there could be an easy day in there, Gina. Like sometimes I was mentioning my buds, like we'll go and run and just, we'll just chat away, relatively easy intensity, and there's a little social outlet right there. If you wanted to feel like your run should have, more purpose in that, you could make it a technique day where it's easy, where I'm working on
well, you're full
some
of them today.
Hey,
Wow.
Run drill, some
Should
strides. Should be a coach or something. Some breathing. We have just kind of relaunched one of our new free programs.
Yep.
Our 2-week quick start program, guys. This is like
it's the video you saw if you were here before that we started. It was the video that was playing.
And I really love this because we put some of our like favorite go-to exercises that when you do, you feel almost some immediate change in where you're at as a runner, and then it gives you a good footing to continue. But one of the things we include in there is the nose breathing mile, where you really learn how to breathe better through your belly and your diaphragm.
I'm gonna get a link. Hold on, I'm gonna get a link for this.
Yeah, so that's a great place to start, adding to all of those other things. Aaron says, 12-minute miles, I was dying, back on CPAP, down to 9-minute miles, hopefully getting back to 7:45-minute miles. Aaron, you'll have to tell us what CPAP is. I'm not sure what that is there.
Not like a device that you sleep with. Okay, guys, I'm dropping a link into the description. And
throw in the comments.
If you want to sign up for if you're in the training club, we have lots of stuff for you.
Yeah.
Even if you are in the training club, you're welcome to do this as well.
Yeah, you get
this is
access to
100% free. You go in there and you get we get a bunch of emails over the next few days about the workouts, etc.
Yeah.
And jump in.
Oh, Lizzie's popping in to say hi. Just popped in, enter the giveaway so I could win again. She's trying to three-peat. Guys, she's won twice. Yeah, she's won twice.
It's you. Hey, well, you deserve it. You've been around it for a while.
Well, thanks, Lizzie, for stepping in. We will. I guess we'll talk to you later as you watch the recording of this.
Oh, Carla says, not improving. Hell, I've had the same 5K time for the longest time. Nothing to be proud of. Any tips? A program I could follow? How? I don't know if you're a part of our training club yet. If you guys are not part of the training club, you should join.
Yeah.
It's
what funds this whole thing.
Yeah, and it is our. Don't do it for. You can do it if you just like us. That'd be great. Yeah. Fantastic. But it has all of our programs, all of our stuff that we, it is great. So we have a new 5K program that we came out with last year.
Yeah.
We are very proud of it.
Yeah.
It's a 6-week program. A great, if you want to do either the beginning running program, depending on your level, or the 30-day challenge if you're more intermediate, or if you've been running for a while, you can just jump straight into the 5K program. But it is meant to prepare you for a 5K race.
It is, and Carla, I think it will recommit you to some of the things that you might have already learned just by following us for a little while, but just giving you that direction and that push. I find that if I'm not on a program, my training will default to the things that I know and am comfortable with.
Right.
But then when I'm on a plan, it will force me to do things that I wouldn't necessarily select for myself on that day.
Yep.
And I think that outside selection, forcing you to do something outside your comfort zone, is where the improvement is. So I would definitely encourage you to check that out and jump on. And also, like, if you're not, like, there's different ways we can measure improvement, guys. Like, time and speed is certainly not the only one. Like, for a 30-day challenge, which is part of our giveaway, try to measure improvement in different ways. Like, you could do your baseline run, and then you repeat that baseline run at the end of the month. And the time could be the same, but if you started the program and said, hey, every time I took a step, my knee hurt, and now I finished the run the same time, my knee doesn't hurt at all, that's an improvement, right?
We, in general, if you look at our programs, we value you going faster, but we only value you going faster as it pertains to, like, you being healthier while you're doing it. So for a lot of people, what they need to do is they need to improve their midline strength, right? Because they can't hold themselves up. And so will they get faster by holding themselves in better position?
Yeah.
Probably, but before you can really start throwing on those really hard track workouts or really long runs, if you can't hold yourself in a good position, now you're just kind of throwing good money after bad, so to speak, right? So
100%.
So we really believe in the idea of health before performance.
Yeah. We had a few follow-up questions about the 5K and then other programs. Carla says, should I start with the 5K even though I've done a half and a full marathon? I love this question. So my buddies, right, who are just running with before, are fantastic marathoners and halves. Like Mario probably just ran a 2:27:30 marathon. One of the reasons why he is good there is because he always goes back to revisit the mile and the 5K. I think for you half marathoners and marathoners out there who feel like you're stuck in a little bit of a speed rut, it's because all of your runs are at that same speed. You're never letting yourself go above and taste that 5K pain.
Remember that running is not a sport where the better runner you are, the farther you go. Right? It's just not true. You don't graduate from doing 5Ks to doing half marathons. People sometimes progress that way because they've never run that far before.
Yeah.
But doing improving your 5K is a very valid effort to become a better runner. In fact, I would even posit that, like, when you learn to run faster at these shorter distances, your efficiency will pick up, your foot speed, your cadence will pick up. There's a lot of things that will translate to those longer races and be more efficient.
So it's like very circular, right? Like you want to go back and revisit those things. So there's a lot of really good stuff in there, and we built it in a way that for you half and full marathoners out there, you will get a lot of speed benefit, and it's like the great 6-week program to do in between marathon cycles and build up. We got marathon program 2, half marathon program, beginner and advanced.
Yeah, somebody had asked, is there
this
anything
is so
for
great.
the marathons?
I feel like we're talking about our programs a lot, but you guys are asking, so it's kind of fun. Let me see here. What else we got? What about you? What's like
my
running
performance?
things?
It's funny. We're talking about this, and in my head, I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to go through that 5K program. I don't have any running, like, I have not set my running targets for this year. I have a meeting with my personal account in person tomorrow to go over my goals for the year, and I have not finished the health portion. I'm really happy to be putting in 5, 6, 7 days a week of running and getting in the gym, getting back under some weight.
And here's
I feel
thing.
super healthy.
Like, I feel like with running for you, and this is for me as well, like, I don't care if I'm running fast or slow all the time. I'm enjoying it.
100%. And I as I get healthier overall, like both putting in more time just fitness-wise and then getting my food under control, getting my sleep's a lot better than it was last year. I feel better. Whether I'm going to go try to drop 30 seconds on my 5K time or a couple minutes on my half marathon time or whatever, it is not my foremost concern.
Yeah.
What if I could run the whole year the way I'm running right now and not improve in terms of time? I'm totally fine with that. That being said, if I do this, I will improve. I do get into ruts. I think this is a very salient conversation for me because for me, the mental benefits of getting out there and running in the morning is so much better. Today it was disgusting out.
Yeah.
Right? But I love just the mental wash of like, cool, put it in my mouth.
Now, this was something that it's a little fresh in my mind because these videos that we did on mental training and how to battle poor performances or injuries or other things, and those videos that just came out on Monday and then on Wednesday, guys, no one cares how fast you run. Like, they really don't. No one gives how fast you run. They don't. They care about you.
Yeah.
And they care about you a lot, and they care about how you feel about your results. But like, do you think your mom or your
spouse
significant other
whatever it is,
or your kid or your dog cares that you ran 10 or 30 seconds faster? Like, no, like, you still got to pay the mortgage or rent. You still got to feed yourself. Like, life moves on.
Yeah. I think it's a valid effort to see, like, what I like the question of is forget about the times. It's like, hey, like, I am pushing the limit of what my body can do, and I want to ask the question. I want to ask. To me, racing was always about, I'm going to hit a point where this is going to feel real bad, and I'm going to want to quit. How do I respond today? Like, what is my mind saying? What is my body saying?
I think
How do I
the personal journey
That's great.
Is what makes running interesting and what really connects all of us, because we all have that pre-race fear and those jitters. We all have that sense of the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
We all know that it's going to hurt, and we have to, deal with it. But the idea that we are going to disappoint people if we don't perform, I think, is something that we have inflated in ourselves, or certainly social media has inflated.
Yep.
And that is a bone that I have to pick with it, right?
Yep.
When you just post it all the time, you see everyone's times and you're comparing yourself to others. I don't really see too many places where that goes in a productive and healthy direction.
Yeah. Well, we are constantly trying to think about how we can make a running community online, whether it's in our Facebook groups, in our mobile app now, just in our community, how we can make a space where competition is not the point. Like, we don't care who's at the top of the mileage or the fastest at their half marathon. What we care about is having a supportive environment where everybody is feeling like they have the opportunity to get better personally. Yep. If that means improving your time, great. If that means just getting out the door, amazing. That is the type of community that we value.
Did we turn this on by accident?
What's this?
There's an old page. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Rachel says, preach.
RSP day 5.
Running strength program day 5.
Nice.
Yeah, Steven, right on, Steven. I saw you doing your burpees in the video. Steven was very brave, guys, and in one of our decently sized training groups, he published a video of himself moving, and I know
we always
that
like
can
to
be a
reward
scary
that
thing to do. So thank you so much for sharing and do that. If you guys are just in, we are doing a giveaway for our 30-day challenge, which, if you're in one of these little ruts, is actually a great place to start to reset those habits and get you thinking about doing exercises that you don't normally do that can have a decent, like a pretty profound impact in how you think of yourself as an athlete and how you move. That's just in the description. You can enter, and we'll do the drawing next week.
Awesome.
Although I'm very excited next week.
What's happening next week?
Because I'm not here on Thursday. And I'm not excited because I'm not here on Thursday. I'm excited because...
Oh, you're going to be in Mammoth.
Yeah, guys.
Right.
I get to go to Mammoth.
I think you should do the live show.
Yeah, maybe I'll be able to do it if I get there in time. I'll be in Mammoth next week filming with some of our superstar athletes at the Mammoth Track Club.
We could use this as the first time where we have you on the road and me here. I'll host.
Oh, that would be so fun. We can totally do that.
We're filming with
Alexi Pappas.
Yes. Yeah.
And she is so weird and funny and talented.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to spend a couple days and hang out with her. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll get to, run with them a little bit or try.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious. Which athletes do you guys follow that are runners? And we're not talking about me and Nate, but like... they don't even have to be professionals per se, but just who do you follow on Instagram or online or whatever it is? We're always wondering, like, who would be cool to like pull into our videos, because we can really reach out to whoever it is and Yeah, Lexi's not that far, and we have a couple other athletes who we're going to be doing throughout the year. But we would love to know who you guys follow because we would love to work with them.
Yeah, exactly. It's super fun to do that. We'll be back at the marathons, and we'll get a chance to connect with people. Let me see here. So we're getting a few other great...
What just went on there? Okay, I don't know what to do with this. Hold on.
That is crazy. There we go.
There we go.
Steph Rothstein. Yeah, Gina, she is really cool. It's actually a funny story. My wife went to high school with her.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I went back when she was...
Kipchoge. Kipchoge has not answered our calls, but we will keep trying on that one.
Jim Walmsley, he's a mountain runner. Those guys don't have
This is great. Keep them coming.
Yeah, Meg on Active. That's
nice.
Cool. Meb, for sure.
Scooby, yes. Put us in touch with Meb.
Yeah. Scooby mentioned something earlier.
1:15, he said. Is that his half marathon time? I wouldn't be surprised.
No, what did he say? I can't find it.
Guys, we got an active bunch of group of you guys today. This is great.
I know.
Oh, I drink smoothie. There you go. Scooby Runner says, I drink smoothies after hard runs and sometimes put in super green juice, protein powder by Touchstone Essentials for extra plant protein. Scooby, throw a link into that protein. I have been working off, somebody sent us this like meat-based protein, primal protein.
Yeah.
I'm using it because it's there. I'm trying to figure out what the next protein source is. Microcell has a suggestion. I bought it and somebody stole it from my doorstep, so now I got to find something else. Yeah.
These are some great names. We're getting
Sage
Ethan.
Candidate.
We'd love to have him. David Goggins would be cool.
Oh, these are great. Keep these coming.
Bitter. Ginger Runner, Ethan.
Jamil.
John Kelly, Jamil, Gary Robbins, Harry Runs. That's so awesome. Sage, for sure. Mo. We would love to have Mo. We might be doing something with, what's her name? Gwen.
Okay.
Remember we talked about Gwen George? I got to reconnect and get in there a little bit with her. So you guys are getting all these names.
I love this, guys. Keep the names coming. This is great. I'm gonna go back and make a spreadsheet of all these people's names, and we're gonna contact all of them.
So the way I think about it, guys, in terms of kind of bringing this in from the running standpoint and why it's not improving.
Thanks, Jeff. I like that protein powder.
We all, like when I think about training, like there's a level when I follow any new routine, it doesn't really matter what it is. If there's different to what I've done before, I am going to get some new stimulus, and with new stimulus, I'm going to get improvement.
Right.
And it could be the best, most scientifically designed thing, but if I stay on that same thing for too long,
right,
the stimulus is no longer new, and then therefore I might be maintaining, but I'm not improving anymore.
Yeah.
So sometimes the virtue of just change can be valuable.
Yep.
It should be like intelligent change. It shouldn't be like totally throwing things out. But for athletes who've done more longer, slower, steady state stuff, they respond really well when they go through speed cycle and vice versa. But if I'm that athlete who's only in one or the other, I'm going to be in trouble.
Right.
So going through those different types of focuses for the year is good. For you guys who are really focusing on an ultra or a marathon, kind of what we were saying before, like doing some shorter cycle things.
Yep.
That's what I see my fast runner friends doing. That's what I've been learning and practicing and doing myself, and I see big benefits there. For some of you guys who are newer, you're not improving because you're not staying the course.
Right.
You're starting, it's inconsistent, and then the idea is like, well, I followed this program and it didn't work. And then the question is like, well, did you really follow? And they're like, well, I followed it for 2 weeks, and then I skipped a week, and then did another thing, and then it's like, so in your head, you followed it, but it didn't work. And that's the idea of like, well, look, maybe we didn't pursue this path all the way, and we didn't squeeze all the juice that was there.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I like the idea of, stimulus changing. I think the hard thing about stimulus changing is that it's always a mental.
Yeah.
It's always harder mentally when you change the stimulus, which means they change it into a different workout. It's one of the reasons why it's nice to follow a program. Because the program is saying, what the thing is constant is, hey, I sign in, I do this thing, I do it every day, I allot an hour, and we're good to go. Or even going to a gym and going to a workout where they're the ones that are changing things for you. when you are both having to make decisions and you are changing physically what you're doing, it just incurs an extra cost mentally, effort-wise.
Yeah, I love that.
You reading the one about the asthmatic?
Yeah, I'm reading that one. That is interesting. What do you think?
So I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on the internet. I can't tell you. So the question is, I've been an asthmatic ex-smoker of 15 years. How can I improve my lungs? I'll say a couple things that I do know. One, asthma, there are different types of asthma. So I can't say specifically how to deal with that. What I will say is that improving your health is probably the thing to concentrate on. Not so much, hey, I'm going to improve my lungs. When you go out and you're breathing really heavy and you think, hey, it's because I was a smoker, a lot of that is probably going to be because you are you're not in shape. And so I would focus on, hey, what is the locus of things I can control? Can I get on a regular exercise program? Stop thinking about your lungs as being your weight, because honestly, apart from there are definitely health effects from smoking for a while, but it is also unbelievable how much your body will recover. Right? The lungs, after you've been clean and like not smoking for a year, if you've ever seen those studies, it is impressive how much your body can sustain that damage and like heal.
Yeah.
So focus on a clean diet, getting outside and moving every day, having a regular exercise program, and stop thinking about it as,
you know what's interesting on the
I'm behind the
on the psychology of this. I was just listening to this yesterday. It was they were talking about Ambien, like as a sleep aid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And when they actually studied Ambien and how it worked, it only made you sleep like an average of 8 or 10 more minutes a night. It was really small.
Interesting.
What they said was that it acted more like an amnesiac, so that when you woke up, you kind of forgot that you didn't sleep a lot. And the story for a lot of people, when they don't sleep a lot, they think they're so tired because they didn't get a lot of sleep, which just feeds them into feeling tired.
Interesting.
And Ambien doesn't actually help them sleep more. It just helps them forget that whole little story.
That's hilarious.
Isn't that crazy? So we've had Tina on, which has been super fun.
Yeah.
We have had Mike Wardian on our live show this fall, which was super great. If you guys have missed that.
I love all these names, guys. Keep it going. I'm gonna write every one of these down. This is fantastic.
And Des Linden, we would love to have her. We have been talking to her husband, Ryan. We gotta
Mike
reach out
Warden.
and have him on.
Mike's great,
dude.
So I don't know this name. Right here.
Brendan?
No.
Oh, Caitlin Tuohy. She's a young lady killing the running world right now.
I have seen her. I just read something about her.
Oh, was she like high school?
Yeah, she's really young.
Really young.
Yeah.
It would be super fun to do that too. So you guys got some great recommendations for us. People do some great stuff on Ambien.
We are not promoters of pharmaceuticals on this channel, and generally.
Well.
According
to Walter, a lot of Ultra Grub. That's really cool.
What is that?
Liz says Mako, ginger running. Wild ginger running. Jamil.
What is wild ginger running?
That's she's British and she's got red hair.
No kidding.
She's a wild ginger.
Maybe we should rebrand.
I know, right?
The ginger experience.
The ginger experience. Oh my gosh. Now there's enough gingers out there on the social media that we don't need to play in that sandbox. I don't think.
We can get you and Aaron on there.
The
ginger couple.
Good. So, guys, Burpee Challenge continues. It's week 2. If you don't know what on earth I'm talking about, on Monday, January 7th, you go back to the video that we released talking about our Burpee Challenge for the next 4 weeks.
Yep.
If you want to start now and continue it a little bit afterwards. But the idea of the Burpee Challenge being this one movement you focus on each and every day. We break down a lot about how the burpee should be done. This is not a get tired and sweaty challenge and move like garbage. This is use the burpee to show you where you're missing key athletic ingredients, from a mobility and range of motion standpoint to a core strength and coordination standpoint. You do this, it will improve your running because it's going to make you a better athlete. You don't have to start big. You could start small. Starting next week, I'm going to ask for a call for your video submissions.
Nice.
which is going to be really fun.
Wow.
And we're going to put together a little Burpee challenge compilation videos. Some of our winners, we are putting together a little prize package for.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, if I can get my act together, I will have a sign-up page for people who want to try out our new mobile app.
Yes.
We want feedback. You do have to be in the training club because it has all of our training club information in there.
All these new things.
New things. Lots of new things.
Lots of new fun things there. So yeah, check those out. I gotta continue on to 80 burpees. Next week's gonna be a little more.
Yeah, you're gonna be. How much do you weigh right now?
I don't know.
You're gonna be like
get all burpeed up.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Burpee broed out.
Burpee broed out. I know. Get that little like pump on.
Yeah.
You know. I think that'd be good for
Hey,
something.
look, my friend just walked by.
Oh yeah, always fun to be in San Francisco. So what else we got going on, Craig? I feel like we've kind of hit this.
Oh, in terms of our
Yeah.
So the only other thing that I was thinking of talking about, we did Crazy Kitchen. Oh shit! Now I just lost my train of thought.
So we're kind of talking about like what
There
other
was something else I wanted to talk
rocks
about.
are uncovered from a performance standpoint. Like your nutrition could be an issue. Why things aren't improving. Sleep.
Yeah.
You could be doing a lot of things right, but if you aren't, sleeping well, and so much of that is, man, how you go to bed. And rather than
What time are you going to bed right now?
we plus or minus 8, but my challenge for
8
you guys,
o'clock
yeah,
at night.
But my challenge for you guys is this: trying to just go to bed earlier is hard.
Okay.
Like if you work till 7:55 p.m. and try to go to bed at 8, it's not going to happen. You're going to be wired. I really like having like 90 minutes to 2 hours of shutdown time at night.
Okay.
Which allows me to we eat dinner, we watch a little something, I'll read, we'll take a shower, and then by the time I sleep, I'm not racing to bed.
Okay.
So I think the challenge, if you guys are really trying to get more sleep earlier, is hey, how can I power off a little bit earlier in the evening?
That's a good idea.
Because we'll make that sleep transition happen.
If I can get into bed by 10:45, I'm doing great.
That's awesome. Well, I think what's interesting is people function on different levels of sleep.
Right.
And I find that if I go south of 7 consistently, it's not as good. But I think you can run and gun, no problem.
Yeah, so 6 hours and 30 minutes is totally great for me. I have been making an effort to not, I set my alarm for 6:30, but if I want an extra, I'm not hard about the time when I get up. Some days, and it's because I'm not super hard on the daytime. You are very much more regimented on when you get to bed. You're like, I have to get to bed, so.
I know, we always do that there.
The Winter Beanie Giveaway.
Yes, so we're bringing it to the end of the show, and this is the time where we do the drawing from last week's show, which is our Super Pimp exclusive limited beanie. I don't know for sure how many beanies we have left. I think we have some. If you want to get one, there is a link you can order on the giveaway. So we're going to do the winners. Let's see here. We only have one of the beanies because it is a valuable commodity and we only have so many to give out.
Ready?
Let's see who gets it. Dun, 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 dun.
Jenna Kinsey.
Ooh,
Dallas,
Jenna
Texas.
Kinsey is our ambassador, and she already has a beanie because she's an ambassador. So we are going to redraw.
I should think before I speak next time. Oh, because we already gave her a beanie. It's not just
We
that.
did,
We gave
exactly.
her a beanie. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay.
Here we go. Sheila Noakes.
Not that far off from Fort Worth.
Yeah, Fort Worth, Texas. Sheila Noakes, congratulations. You are a winner of our TRE Winter Beanie. I'll reach out to you with details for ordering that and checking it out.
Sounds good.
And if you guys want to do it, please do. Someone we guys asked for Nora to say hello. Maybe it's our sign off. We can get
Oh boy, here we go.
Come here, baby. Hi.
She does not like to be picked up.
Here's Nora. She's hanging. We went for 8.5 miles running yesterday.
Such a
as a
sweet
romp.
girl, though.
I know. She's like, I hate this, but I like
My
that.
sister just bought a new puppy, and I have to say I'm not jealous at all because I have you here. Oh, I like this when you're up high. I have to bend down.
She's like, I get pets and everything.
Oh
This
boy,
is wonderful.
watch out.
Anyway.
It's like molting all over the place. All right, guys, thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Yes.
And
I'll be reporting live from the road as I go in a minute.
That's right. Take care, guys.
Hey, if you're not looking to really improve your running and fitness this year, well, you can skip this. That's just fine. But if you are, you know that staying injury-free is crucial, and having something that keeps you accountable is key. You know that feeling when you look back and you haven't met your run goals and you don't know why or when you got sidetracked? Well, this year, you are not going to be that person. Imagine instead if you got started with an easy-to-follow program that gave you the tools and resources you needed to stay on track with your running goal. Well, we went ahead and made the Quick Start program and made it absolutely free for you to use. Are you plagued with injuries, or are you really need help running form? Well, Quick Start has exercises for both. Are you actually looking to get stronger this year, or are you that new runner looking for that perfect place to start? Well, the videos tell you exactly what to do and require no additional equipment. All you need to do is click the link above or below this video where you'll be redirected to a page where you can enter your information real quick and we can send you access to your program. We'll even include as a bonus an invite to our private running training club group where thousands of runners are already in there posting workouts, getting help from our coaches, and following the training challenges that we post weekly. Don't let this year pass you by. Instead, take this one action and start realizing your running goals. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side. Hey, if you're not looking to really improve your running and fitness this year, well, you can skip this. That's just fine. But if you are, you know that staying injury-free is crucial, and having something that keeps you accountable is key. You know that feeling when you look back and you haven't met your run goals and you don't know why or who got sidetracked? Well, this year you will be that person. Imagine instead if you got started with an easy-to-follow program that gave you the tools and resources you needed to stay on track with your running goals. Well, we went ahead and made the Quick Start program and made it absolutely free for you to use. Are you plagued with injuries, or are you really need help with your running form? Well, the Quick Start has exercises for both. Actually, look at stronger this year. Are you that new runner looking for the perfect place to start? Well, the videos tell you exactly what to do and require no additional equipment. All you need to do is click the link above or below the video where you'll be redirected to a page where you can enter your information real quick and we can send you access to your program. We'll even include as a bonus an invite private running training club group where thousands of runners are already in there posting workouts, getting help from our coaches, and following the training challenges that we post weekly. Don't let this year pass you by. Instead, take this one action and start realizing your running goals. Click the link below and I'll see you on the other side.